This is what we got. This is all we know right now because it's been revealed in the Morgana skin level up animation. She looks pretty good. She looks pretty goddamn good. 5 mana 3/4 with lifesteal. But what is curse? I wonder if curse is the keyword for spells. Probably not. Oh. Marshall spamming chat. That's a good sign. New vocab, curse. We got something here. All right, let's see. We got stuff. Curse. Curses are debuffs in the form of cards placed in the opponent's hand. Ooh, okay. So when Morgana curses something, curse an enemy twice with shackles. Okay, so on the right here, we have shackles. I'm gonna get rid of chat for a second. Okay, so it says, shackles is 2 mana focus. While I'm in hand, the curse unit is immobile. Oh, so that's why Mordekaiser couldn't attack. So you have to play this from hand to actually use your character again. So wait, Morgana curses an enemy with shackles twice. So you need to pay 4 mana to actually be able to attack again. Wow, okay. And this looks like Silas, by the way. Is that Silas? Oh my god. It's Silas. While I'm in hand, you can't play spells other than suppression. Iker, while I'm in hand, round start, deal 1 to your Nexus. Terra, while I'm in hand, the curse unit has -3, -0. That's so cool. Oh my god. This costs 3 mana, by the way. Dude, that's so much mana, actually, that you have to pay. Wait. You need to combine this with, like, Stony Suppressor and Mate Seeker Jr., so they have to pay more to get rid of the curses. Wow. That's sick, actually. That's such an interesting archetype, too. Like, you add something to their hand, you can even make your opponent overdraw with this. Like, the fact that Morgana will literally add 2 cards to the enemy hand sounds pretty crazy, actually. Yeah, we now have all context that we really need for Morgana. But I'm assuming that Morgana is the only one that makes shackles. So Morgana is the only one that can make a unit immobile. Pretty fitting, by the way, for what she does in League of Legends. She literally does not let you move. And then we probably have other units that create suppression, Iker, and terror. But Morgana just adding 2 cards to the enemy hand. What's funny is that if you're playing against Seraphine, Seraphine gets +1 for shackles. Oh, wait. Oh my god, wait. Discard decks are gonna get like a huge buff from this. You just rummage away your shackles. just play rummage, dude. Just play Rumble. This is why Rumble was rotated, because he'd be the ultimate Morgana counter. Oh, very nice. Okay. Well, hey, that's great. Now we have something to actually look at. Is there more? Is this it? Okay, so this is all they're revealing right now. The curses. Let's just quickly refresh here one more time. No, there's nothing. And there's still nothing. Okay. I would love to see Morgana's entire like package, because it's probably all going to be cards that just give your opponent this. Can you do like funny stuff by printing that? Like, what if you print the card that gives Iker? You like somehow make your opponent's hand run low on cards, and then you give them like 5 Ikers every turn? What if there's a card that gives your opponent one of these at round end? This is such a cool archetype if this is like really what the entire Morgana archetype is about. The funniest thing would actually be giving your opponent one of these and then pranking it. So they have to pay more to get rid of it. Could you imagine? You give your opponent suppression and then you prank it, so they have to pay 4 to get rid of it. That's so funny. Petricide Pillar, yeah, man. Yeah. There are a lot of really fun combos with this. Petricide Pillar suddenly makes like a lot more sense as a card. Because it's like super hard to actually get rid of this if the mana cost is high. Like, yeah, you might have to like sacrifice your entire turn to get rid of one of these cards. Because like, if Morgana gives 2 shackles, you have to pay 4 mana to let your unit attack again. 1 curse per region. Oh, wait, you're right. Oh, wow. Yeah, Shackles is Targon. Terror is Shadow Isle. Iker is Noxus, and this is Demacia. Who is... Are these, like... Are these actual, like, cards or champion? What is this? This looks like a nobody. This kind of looks like the Blade Squire, almost. This looks like Helmet Bro. This also looks like a nobody. I'd be surprised if we get more curses than this, unless it's like Husks, right? Where it's like you play a card that has like, when I'm summoned, give your opponent a random curse or something. But I hope that it's not all targeted, because Morgana has a play effect. If there is a card that says, when I'm summoned, give your opponent a curse, you could just like keep reviving it. Yeah, it's probably a good thing that it doesn't give a random curse. We don't want like the whole Husk thing to repeat again, where if you roll Overwhelm, Spell Shield, Elusive or something with a Husk, you can just lose the game on the spot. Whereas with this, if you roll Suppression or something, you could just automatically lose. I don't think it could even work because Terror and Shackles are targeted. Updraft the curse away. You can do that, yeah. You can just updraft these away. Absolutely. Man, can I, dude, like what is this? This is just an appetizer, man. This is nothing. This is soup without salt. Can I get the main dessert already? Can I get a look at my boy Elder Dragon? Can I see some eggs? I'm tired of this. I can't milk this anymore, man. They're curses. They have different colors. They're cool. It's probably a really fun thing to play. But where are the other cards? Word is out in Brazil. Okay, so somebody link me. If it's out in Brazil, then, you know, might as well post it everywhere else. Yeah, I mean, I can't do anything with this, man. The arts look sick. All right, I'll scroll through it, but I can't really do anything with this yet. If they're, why are they out here and not the English one? Are you serious? Come on, bro. Okay, okay, so Mordekaiser is Noxus as I. Okay, that's all we're gonna get for now. All right. Mordekaiser is dual region as well. All right, that's all I can read, dude. That's all the French I know. In Italy too? What? Why are we last? Are you kidding me? Wait, really? Oh yeah, okay. Thanks. Yeah, here's Italy as well. All right, you guys are bastards, man. I hate Europe. What is this? So this is Mihira, Incarnazione degli Ascesi. Sopraffare, Gioca, Maledici du Volt tu Nemici con Catene. Riot! Where is it? Come on, Riot. Update the API. Let's get it. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, we can look at Morgana, actually. Okay, let this be the start of the reveals.
Will know regret.
Here we go.
The Divine should liberate, not subjugate.
They are damned.
Oh, they stack. Oh, so it's not like you give them 2 separate cards. They just stack and become 4 mana instead of 2. That's probably a little bit better. Otherwise, you could just like rummage them away.
Are damned.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Mihira, Aspect Ascended is an 8 mana Targon card, 6/8 with Overwhelm. Play curse to enemies with shackles twice. So, an 8 mana 6/8 with Overwhelm that makes 2 units immobile. And it's not, it doesn't go on the stack. That's very good. That's a playable 8 mana card, because you can compare this basically to the Twin Dragon, the 8 mana 8/8 that stuns 2 enemies next turn. But this time you can pay 8 mana total to be able to attack with your units. Very cool.
I will fight with you.
I will watch this and then we'll see if the cards are out.
Mother.
My absence has made you strong, Morgana.
You will know suffering!
Okay. right, cards are out. Let's do this. Here we go. There they are. We got more than 60 cards. Some of them are missing to go over here. Okay, Morgana. Let's open them package by package. Mihira. Targon card here. Card here. So we see Morgana. We now know what curses do. Curses are 2 or 3 mana spells that you add to the opponent's hand, and then they have a debuff either at round start or you make them immobile, and then the opponent can play the card for 2 or 3 mana to get rid of the curse. Seems very strong. Seems extremely good because it is a 5 mana 3/4 with lifesteal, levels in deck. Level 2, when you attack, you curse the strongest ally or the strongest enemy unit with shackles, and they are focus speed spells. So it's not like you can suddenly make them actually able to block. I think all of them were focus speed. I think shackles were for sure. So you stop something from attacking, you get your lifesteal in. Seems like a crazy good card so far. Okay, Mihira. This seems like an actual playable 8 mana Titanic unit. And what's better is you can cheat it out. You curse 2 enemies with shackles twice. You make them immobile. Your opponent has to pay 8 mana or 4 mana per unit to actually make them able to attack again. That is very good. That is such a large roadblock, and it's also a 6/8. Very, very, very good card, I think. Now, it kind of depends on the meta. Will we actually see a meta where you can play an 8 mana card? Considering that Morgana has lifesteal, I say it's pretty likely. It seems like with cards like Cosmic Youngling, Falling Star, Morgana having lifesteal, among other like good early game cards, I think it's entirely possible that Targon can just kind of breeze to turn 8 and start playing cards like this to lock out a game. Good card. Lisa and Dolly. So we saw what I'm assuming is Dolly in the concept art, like this big monster doll behind her. 3 mana, 2/3, play curse an enemy with shackles. Honestly, seems pretty good. I think I like this. It's nothing special really, but this helped Morgana level up. Your opponent needs to pay 2 mana to make their unit be able to do anything again. So in a way, you're paying 3 mana for 2/3. They're paying 2 mana to get their unit back. So this is basically a 1 mana 2/3 in a way. It doesn't really like work that way. What I think is interesting to look at is that we got the card Star-Crossed Lovers. And Star-Crossed Lovers could potentially start recalling these cards that give your opponent curses. To give them, well, more curses. And it also targets for Morgana. So, pretty interesting. 2 mana 2/2, Ruby-Eyed Conjurer. Play grant Spell Shield or Overwhelm to an ally in hand. This is Eula, but better. Wait, this is an insanely good card. Wait, what? Is this insane? Okay, no, this card is nuts. Does this count as targeting? I assume it does. I assume this is also +1 for Morgana. Can you imagine playing this on 2 and then giving your Morgana Spell Shield? Wait, this card is nuts. This card is actually insane. This is really, really, really good. If there is a strong champion on turn 3 that will likely just get killed, you just give something Spell Shield, like a Zed, a Callista. This would be good with like Samira if she was still playable. Wow. 2 mana, give something Spell Shield in your hand. Yeah, even Zoe. Is like Eula a bit better? It's a lot better than Eula. So much. It's 2 mana and it gives it to you something in hand. Yeah, oh my god, it can give it to Yuumi. Wow. Wait, you can give Yuumi like Spell Shield or Overwhelm. Oh my god. This card is really good. Super good card. This is insane. This is nuts for Targon. 6 mana dragon from Targon. Gentle Gem Dragon. With Fury. When you play a fast spell, slow spell, or skill, grant other dragon allies +1/+1. What? Why is this in Targon? And why is it called a Gem Dragon? It wouldn't even work with gems. Okay, this seems like it's for another champion. So I'll skip this for now. Okay. Mage Seeker Inquisitor. 4 mana, Demacia, Challenger Tough. When I'm summoned, curse your opponent with Suppression. Ah, so this is the 2 mana focus spell that lets your opponent not play any spells. 4 mana 3/2 Tough. Actually, that's pretty good. Tough keyword on a Challenger unit is pretty good. It stops your opponent from playing spells, so it's pretty unlikely that they actually remove this. Because you have to imagine that if your opponent wants to play like a 3 mana deal 3 to this to remove it, they first have to pay 2 mana focus to be allowed to play spells, and then you can just like form up this. Yeah, no, this seems like a really good card actually. But okay, the thing about this is you can probably only play it when you're attacking. Because if you're defending on 4 mana, your opponent will probably like have big enough units that can just run this over. Also, it's not great into a mid-range meta necessarily, because this kind of like enforces a mid-range meta and it makes spell decks less likely to be played. I think it's good though, but it's like a really weird, probably like meta call card. I think it's a good card. I don't know if it's necessarily good into mid-range metas, because you want decks like Seraphine to be good for this card to be good. Okay. Dark Binding. I'm pretty sure this is also Morgana's champion spell. 3 mana fast, stun an enemy and curse it with shackles. Are you serious? Targon is back, baby! What? Okay, no, this is actually insane. It's a 3 mana fast speed stun for Targon. And you curse the enemy? Yeah, this card is nuts. And it's her champion spell. No, this card's broken. This card is really, really, really good. You will play this as a 1-of in like every single deck at least. And I think for maybe Morgana decks, you play this as a 3-of easily. This is so good. If Yasuo wasn't rotated, you would play this with Yasuo, dude. This is a Yasuo card, and it's insane. Wow. Like, you have to realize that Ionia was always a stun region. And they had 2 mana Steel Tempest, where you can stun an enemy. And that was only when they were attacking. This can be played for 3 mana, and also just, like, disables your opponent's unit. Wow. Yeah, it's basically 1 mana, because your opponent needs to pay 2 mana to make them mobile again. Wow. Insane card. This is not okay, dude. Okay. Black Shield. 2 mana. Burst. Give an ally spell shield this round and curse it with shackles. That is so interesting. Wait. So you can give an ally spell shield and then you have to pay 2 extra mana to unshackle it? You're shackling your own unit. Wow. Wait, I love that they're doing this. Yeah, it's basically 4 mana. But the fact that it's flexible, right? And like sometimes you don't even care. Like imagine that Aphelios was still in the game. This would be insane with Aphelios. Because you'd give your Aphelios spell shield. You'd be able to generate the weapon because you're like playing 1 card. And the next turn, you play the shackles. You unshackle him. And you play another card to get the weapon. You can even discard the curse, yeah. Dude, yeah, I mean, Aphelios already plays like with Piltover and has this card. This is a very good card. Yeah, it's for your engine. Morgana might even be considered a bit of an engine too, but she does want to attack. But Targon, do we still have engine cards? How does this work with Tarek? You like attack with Tarek, play the curse to attack with him. He gives the spell shield and the curse to the ally, and it instantly goes back to his stack. All right. Good card. Very good for your engines. Very good. It's give, though. It's only this round, actually. It's not a grant. You give a spell shield once. So it's just to, like, stop your opponent's removal. Which makes sense. I mean, spell shield might as well be give. It doesn't really change anything. Sinner's Vice? 6 mana slow from Targon. It's a Jace card. Curse an enemy with shackles. Increase the cost of enemy curses everywhere by 1. Dude, it's a full lockdown deck. Okay, here's the plan, chat. Pass turn 1, pass turn 2. On turn 3, you curse their 3-drop, which will be like a 3/4. It can't do anything, and then they have to pay 3 mana to bring it back, and they just keep cursing, and every time it costs 1 more. There was a 3 mana curse that now costs 4. This could actually be like an auto-win card. If Lux was still in standard, I think Lux Morgana would be nuts. But I would not actually be surprised to see something like Morgana Jace even be played. This card seems insane. You thought that Siren Song was unfun to play against? Try this. where you actively have to keep playing cards to get rid of the curses. This is pretty nuts. Yeah. I really wonder if we're actually just gonna get out of the mid-range meta because Morgana is gonna be so good at making everything immobile. It's like weird, right? Because in a way, the shackles will counter big units, especially because of like the Morgana stun card, the 3-mana stun, just stopping like a big attacker. But then the curses also have stuff like you can't play spells. It's for every curse. And we saw 4 different curses. We need to print this card. We need to print this and make our opponents pay 10 mana for a curse so they can never attack. We can literally give them 6 units on board and make them all immobile. It's going to be a good expansion for Targon enjoyers. 2 mana, slow from Demacia. Magical Feathering. Grant an ally +0/+2. Curse your opponent with suppression. I keep wanting to say depression. Curse your opponent with depression. Yeah, they hit me with that. All right, so that's the can't play spells. Curse your opponent with depression. And you're granting something +2 health for 2 mana slow speed. Good card, yeah. Kind of insane, actually. Because again, you have to see it in a way where you're paying 2 mana to give something 2 health, and then your opponent needs to play that 2 mana spell to be able to play their other spells. So it's like, you play this for 2 mana on a card, you give something 2 health, making it less likely to actually die, and then your opponent overpays 2 to actually remove it. So they either remove it right away, which you're playing Targon Demacia, so that probably isn't going to work. Oh my god, this is so good. These cards are insane, dude. So here's what you do, right? On turn 2, you play the card that gives Morgana Spell Shield in hand. You play Morgana on 5, and then you play this on Morgana. You have a 3/6 with lifesteal that probably levels, so it's a 4/7 with lifesteal that keeps shackling the opponent's cards. Yeah, this might be why they printed Updraft, because Updraft can get rid of these cards. This is why they didn't want to nerf Mariam, because otherwise, Morgana is just going to take over the meta. Okay. Dragon Elite. Okay, this is a dragon card. We'll save this for later. This is also a dragon card. Also a dragon. Okay. Is this all for Morgana? Are there more curses? Yeah, it looks like it. We've seen all these. Yeah, I think we got it all. Okay, let's look at Mordekaiser now. So I'm going to be opening every Shadow Isle and Noxus card. Okay. So I saw a keyword here. Deathless. Do we know what that is? So Deathless means when it dies, it revives with 1 health, but stunned. Okay. Mordekaiser, level 1, Noxus Shadow Isle, dual region, challenger. Play, kill up to 2 allies. When you slay another ally, revive it. It's Chronicler of Ruin on crack. It's my favorite card, but better. It's a printer. Mordekaiser is a printer. It's perfect. 15 plus allies have died. Allies with 5 plus power count twice. Oh my god. 15 plus though. 15 plus is not easy to do, dude. 15 plus, like, okay, I mean, if you're playing like They Who, no, is it They Who Endure? Yeah, it's They Who Endure, right? How often is that at like 16 power? Oh my god. I don't know how easy this is to do. That seems hard to do, but it's in deck. He doesn't need to see it. Thank god. Okay. Just play Poro. Yeah, just kill off your Poros. And level 2. Okay. Attack for the rest of the game. When you slay a unit, drain 1 from the enemy nexus. Attack for the rest of the game. When you slay a unit, drain 1 from the enemy nexus. So you're telling me I attack with my level 2 Mordekaiser. This now becomes an aura that my nexus has. I then attack again with Mordekaiser, and every time I slay, I suck the enemy nexus for 2, and then for 3, and then for 4. Dude, okay, but listen, hear me out. Hear me out. You Chronicler of Ruin your Mordekaiser, you Mist Call, you attack with Mordekaiser, and it's instantly 2. And then you just kill off your own unit and you suck the enemy Nexus dry. You win the game instantly. You thought Vladimir was good at sucking? This is the suck that they told you not to worry about. Okay, but that's insane. Why'd they give him 6-9 in stats when his ability is to suck? Riot. First Ballcocks and now this? Okay, I love it. I love it. I love this. This is the decks that I play. Oh my god, that's so freaking cool. You get like this value dream. Every time you slay a unit, drain 1. You're healing yourself too. Oh my god. Alright, awesome. Okay. 1 mana, Shackled Ghast, Shadow Owl. Last breath, the next time you revive an ally, create a copy of me in hand. Okay, so this dies. You revive an ally through Mist Call, through Chronicler of Ruin, through Mordekaiser, and then this comes back to your hand? Or Undying. Every time your Undying comes back at round start, you get this in your hand. Wow. I actually kind of wonder, does this make like a 1-drop deck good? Like, imagine Siren Song. Imagine Jack Taskmaster. And these are like 3/2s every time. Every time you get your Undying back. It's a lot of value. I don't know if it's good because it's a 1-mana 1/1. And I don't think you want to go to Build Swatter to like get that value. But that's like, it's pretty interesting for like turbo leveling Mordekaiser maybe. Okay, if there is a competitive Mordekaiser deck, I'd be surprised if you play this because yes, 1-mana 1/1, but then again, it does give you like, no, you have to see it as this is slave fodder. No, I think it's really good actually because people are playing stupid wings in the wave. You're playing like 2/0/1s. This is slave fodder. You keep slaying stuff. It's like, you can't compare this to Minion. Minion is trash compared to this. I think this is pretty good. Like, I play decks where I want to do a lot of slaying, and if I don't draw Undying, I don't have fuel to like slay enough stuff. It gets really awkward. But with this, you keep having like slave fodder. It can be a blocker. It can be something for your Crumble. It can be something for your Hate Spike. Like, Hate Spike is an insanely good card. Crumble is good too, but it's inconsistent because you need to kill your own unit. I think it's good. We've seen cards like Spirit Leaf be buffed. No, I think it's good. I don't think it's insane, but it's a really important like cornerstone of decks like this. If you want to slay a lot, then yeah, card like this are just good. Yeah, if 2 of them die, you get 2 of them back every time. Okay, 3 mana 4/2. Play grant Deathless to an ally in hand. Again, Deathless means when a unit with Deathless dies, they revive with 1 HP. So every time Deathless procs, you also get that 1/1 back in hand. It's kind of like a shark in a way. Confirmation from John Mummer that you cannot target curses in hand, so you cannot discard or updraft them. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's insane. That is so broken. You can't even counter them. You can't even get rid of them by being creative. You can't play your stupid discard decks to counter Targon. Okay, Targon is gonna take over. I'm telling you right now. Targon is taken over. Yeah, good luck, Sunken Temple. Good luck, Sunken Temple players. Idiots. Have a curse and keep it. Okay. Again, Deathless. When a unit with Deathless dies, it revives with 1 HP, but stunned. So this grants it to an ally in hand. You can choose. Oh, Temple works because it doesn't target? Alright. Whatever. Whatever, dude. Fine. Yeah, it doesn't target. You're right. Okay, fine. Yeah, give this to Maduli. you just put this on Maduli, dude. I actually think, okay, so I'm just gonna say this right now. This is basically like a reverse barrier. Where with barrier, you want to ping for 1 and then kill the unit. Here you want to kill the unit and then ping for 1. So this is basically barrier, but different. And barrier is really good. Now, I think it is easier to kill something first and then deal 1. It's also like the unit gets stunned when they come back, so it is fair that way. But giving this to something in hand seems really good if you're also getting a 3 mana 4/2. Yeah, and this is permanent. Barriers for 1 round. Like, summon effect. Like, give this to Rekindler, right? Like, just give this to Rekindler. Wait. Wait, chat. Okay, listen, hear me out. Your Mordekaiser dies. You give Deathless to Rekindler. You summon Rekindler, you get a Mordekaiser. You kill off your own Rekindler, you get another Rekindler. Summons another Mordekaiser. You attack with Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser sucks for 2 damage. The combos you can do with this are through the roof. I have been printing Viegos for 2 years. I'm about to move on and print Mordekaisers. This is insane. I love this archetype so much, by the way. Like, reviving stuff, printing stuff is so much fun. You get so much value from it. And this is that as an archetype. Oh my god. Oh my god, I love it. I'm in love. I'm in love! 4 mana 5/2, Lord Mullet. Deathless. So this is a 4 mana 5/2. When it dies, it comes back as a 5/1 but stunned. Yeah. I don't think you play this card. Like, it's pretty funny. I don't think you play this in a Mordekaiser deck, but maybe you play this with like Ash LeBlanc or something. Like kind of a durable 4 mana card. This art is so... What is he looking at? Did he die? Why is it all green? Mordekaiser does 1 5 attack unit. So this dude, this bald guy, dies twice. This Walter White dies twice and gives +4 to Mordekaiser's level up. Yeah, okay, it's blue. Whatever. It's blue. It's not green. It's blue. Whatever. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's good. I don't think you play this in a Mordekaiser deck, but I could see this elsewhere. Even if this is like +4 to Mordekaiser, unless you're turbo leveling him, it doesn't seem worth it. Like, if I'm playing like high ladder, I'm trying to compete. I don't want to play a 4 mana 5/2, dude. I don't. Like, Deathless seems like an insanely good keyword. Don't get me wrong. That's why I think the 3 mana 4/2 is good, because you can give it to a unit of your choice. This seems not that good. 5 mana 5/3, Amalgamation of Vile Rites. What a name. Deathless. To play me, kill an ally. Last breath, heal your Nexus too. Ah. Wow, the fact that... Is this that good? Like, when I see cards like this, it always makes me wonder, right? This part, to play me, kill an ally. Was this card like so broken that they needed to add this? Yeah, it's a heal 4 in total. You heal 2 twice. So it's 4 total. To play me, kill an ally. I think it's pretty good, actually. Like, in decks that care about killing stuff. What even is this art, man? What am I looking at? You kill the 1-drop, yeah. I mean, again, Deathless gives you the 1-drop back. Kill an ally seems really good with Mordekaiser, yes. And this is heal 4. It's +4 to Mordekaiser's level up. Seems good, actually. I don't know. Like, healing is decent, dude. Getting this effect, also pretty decent. Reviving this, like, okay. No, I see the light. I see the light. You play this on turn 5. It probably sticks around because it's durable with Deathless. And then on turn 7, you revive it again with Mordekaiser. Like, you get it back with Mordekaiser, and then it's another heal 4. Mordekaiser seems like he wants to go long. Mordekaiser's like slow early, and then once he levels, you just drain the enemy Nexus dry. Dude, yeah, Ruination with Deathless. You keep your board. But Mordekaiser heals 8, yeah. I think heal 4 is good enough for this. Seems good. Good card. Good archetype so far. 4 mana 3/4. Death Grasp Cultist. Fearsome. When summoned, or you summon a Titanic ally, curse the strongest enemy with terror. Terror is... When I'm in hand, the cursed unit has -3, -0. Okay, so for 4 mana, you get a 3/4. And every time I summon a Titanic ally, the strongest enemy units gets -3, -0, and they need to pay 2 mana to get that back. It's also on summon. I think it's actually kind of decent. I actually think this is fine. I don't think it's like insane, but for a 4-drop, like, you kind of get to stay on the board for longer. It's almost like Rhyme Toss Shaman, but it's not around start, but when you summon a Titanic unit. But it also happens on summon. So like on turn 4, my opponent wants to attack with like a rumble or something. Okay, we're not in Eternal anymore. On turn 4, my opponent wants to attack with whatever. You instantly give us -3, -0. They need to pay 2 mana to get that back. And then if I'm playing Titanic units, which I don't know, is there a Titanic deck with Shadow Owl? I don't really think so. Maybe with Vormother or something and Bodier? I don't know. I don't know any Shadow Owl deck that play Ledros right now. Yeah, maybe with Lissandra Shadow Owl. I think it's like a decent card, but I don't see a deck for it. I also haven't seen enough reason to play this right now in the cards that we've seen so far. It's a cool card. I think it's very powerful, but I don't think it has a home right now. Okay, cool. We need a card that says, oh, actually, wait, this could work with stuff like Eradication. It could work with stuff like Soul Harvest, actually. That is pretty interesting. In a deck that does a lot, okay, in a removal SI deck where you play this and you play like more Titanic units, this kind of does enable all your Soul Harvest stuff. Okay, I'm starting to see it. I am kind of starting to see it. This also makes it really important that all curses are focus speed, so they can't just like play the spell when you're trying to remove something. Okay, no, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. This is potential. This has a lot of potential. Actually does. I like it. Oh my god. 3 mana Noxus. Blade Pierce Revenant. Deathless. 2/3. When an ally is revived, grant it Challenger. Oh, and this gives itself Challenger when it revives? Because it says when an ally is revived, not when another ally is revived. Oh my god, with Undying? Wait, with Undying, this is nuts, right? It's Grand Plaza, but in Noxus in this deck? It's like a really specific Grand Plaza, but it's also on a unit. So the fact that this has Deathless makes me think it's pretty good. But oh man, I don't know. It's like you're playing this on turn 3 and it's a do nothing, right? It's basically a do nothing. Because on turn 3 you also want to be playing your Undying. I think this is bad. I think on the Deathless keyword might be good enough to carry this, but I'm not seeing it. I think this is not good enough. I wouldn't play this, I think, with what I've seen so far. I've seen some good cards, and this is not good enough. This does nothing on turn 3, unfortunately. Plazas also do nothing. Yeah, but then you play a unit. With this, you would need to play a unit and then do something additional to actually give a Challenger. I don't see it. Okay, 3 mana Noxus, Iron Legionary at 5/1. It's Magma Rager. Deal 3 to an ally to deal 3 to an enemy. Is this Hate Spike in Noxus? To deal 3 to an enemy. Can this go Fate? Wait, is this Fervor? It's Fervor on a stick. It's Fervor. Is this your Noxian Fervor? It goes face, right? It says to an enemy. What does Fervor say? Fervor says that too. This is the exact wording from Fervor. Yeah. Oh, it says anything. But face isn't. Face is enemy. It doesn't say enemy units. Train 5 from a unit. It doesn't say anything about units. It just says enemy. I'm assuming this deals 3 to you and then deals 3 to anything from an enemy. The Nexus is not an enemy. Unit is enemy plus ally. Yeah. It just means that you have to do it on the opponent's side, whether it be an enemy unit or an enemy Nexus. This is pretty important, actually. Enemy has never been faced. Can you give an example? Like, what's an example of that? What says deal damage to an enemy? Does it say, like, is it like thermogenic beam or something? What does Neo level 2 say? Deal 2 damage to all enemies. It says specifically this. Darkness? Deal 2 to an enemy. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's not face. Okay, cool. All right, it's not face. It's not face, chat. It's not face. It's if darkness is correct, it's not face. It's deal 3 to one thing to deal 3 to an enemy. I still think that's fine. So it is closer to Hate Spike. This card doesn't even have a face, so it makes sense. Okay, cool. Still good. I still think it's really good, actually. Does this mean that Bandle City is like pretty good? It seems like there's a lot of stuff that is pingable. Everything comes back with 1 HP. You want to like kill off your small stuff. Stuff like this. This seems really good. Like 3 mana. I think this is good. Like if you're playing Mordekaiser, I don't think you even care about like dealing 3 to the enemy face at all. Because Mordekaiser does that. Every time you slay something, you drain 1. Mordekaiser literally ends the game if he gets to attack. This is a good card. It's a good card. It's good. Okay. 2 mana, Shadow Owl. Threshold of the Grey. Landmark. Play curse an enemy with terror. When you summon a Titanic ally, destroy me to draw 2. Oh. That seems very good. Malphite support. And when you play Malphite, you get to draw 2. This is good. Yeah, this is good. It's a bit delayed, but it's like you play this, you give something -3. You just do that like when you have a Soul Harvest ready to go, when your opponent taps out a mana and they can't immediately play the curse. And then later on, because you're playing Shadow Owl control, you're probably going to be able to play any Titanic unit or summon a Titanic unit through some means, and you get to draw 2. I think this card is fantastic. This is a really good card. This will see a lot of play. I think even like tempoing this out sometimes is fine. If you're playing against like aggro, you just play this on turn 2. You basically tell their 2-drop, hey, you can't attack me this turn. And then a little bit later, when you have time, you summon a Titanic unit through War Mother or whatever. You play your Thrall that pops. You play your Ledros. Maybe you have some Sigils, and then you get to draw 2. This was really good. So this is great for a card like this. Good card. Okay. 10 mana, Shadow Owl, Realm of Death. An ally starts a free attack challenging the strongest enemy. Kill all other units. It's Ruination. It's literally ruin. It's Mordekaiser's ult. It's perfect. This is the Brazil card. Send everything to send the strongest enemy and one of your allies to Brazil, and the rest just dies. Oh my god. So you're always challenging the strongest ally, so you would need some pretty strong stuff. But you can choose what ally actually does it. So what you could do here is you could pick like a 1/1 to challenge the strongest enemy, and then the rest dies no matter what. Like, unless you deny this, everything dies. It doesn't even matter if you kill like... It doesn't matter if they kill like the ally you're challenging with, because it doesn't say to kill all other units. All other units just die. This is Singular Will, but it kills instead of recalling it to hand. I think you play this, yeah. I don't think you care like about Ruination anymore. You just play this. Mord 2 revives them? I mean, Deathless revives them. It's like if you play this and you have Mordekaiser leveled, you literally like deal 5. Oh! Oh! This is an aura! Oh my god! Wait, I misread this. I misread this completely. This is an aura. Every time you slay another ally, you revive it no matter what. What? Yeah, but Mordekaiser, you get your entire board back. You use this on Mordekaiser, you kill everything, and they all come back. Oh my god, that's so strong. I thought that was part of like the kill 2. Like you kill 2 and then you revive exactly those 2. Wow. No, this is insane. Like I don't think this matters for like the Mordekaiser synergy. I just didn't know Mordekaiser would bring them back. Wow. Okay, that's really good. 3 mana fast speed from SI. Death's Grasp. Kill an ally to deal 5 to a unit. What are these cards? That's so good. It's fast speed, dude. Okay, this goes in every deck. This goes in every deck. You block with something, you Death's Grasp it, and then you deal 5 to something else. It's like Hate Spike, but it deals 5. I love this card. Bro, I'm so hyped for SI. I don't get me wrong. I love what Morgana does. It's really unique, but this is insane. This archetype is made for me. Yeah, with Undying. Dude, Undying is gonna be so nuts, man. This is so crazy. SI is back, baby, with the Revive archetype. Could it have been anything else? So good. Yeah, insane. 3 mana burst, indestructible. Hey, that's Morgana's W. He screams that when you activate it. Grant an ally deathless. Oh my god. It gets better and better. It's grand. Dude. It's so good. You grant something deathless, you kill it off, it comes back with 1 HP. Like you do this on a Rekindler or something. It's burst speed too. Yeah, it's burst speed. So your opponent tries to remove Mordekaiser, you just bring it back. Wow. I love this. I love this entire package so much. It's everything I wanted from this. Everything. It's beyond perfect. And it's in Noxus too. Like this seems like such an insane combat trick, right? It's like a weird spell shield almost. You play this in so many like mid-range Noxus decks, I bet. Okay, the one thing is, I haven't seen it confirmed, but Marshall told me that this is what it is. So I'm gonna assume that's right. But whatever you revive is stunned. So you revive something, it comes back with 1 HP and it's stunned. So it's not like you can do any real shenanigans for it, which was probably necessary for balancing reasons. For otherwise it would be too OP, you know? But that's fine. Like, you use this on a summon effect. You get to cheat so many summon effects with this. It's still good. You can give this to a champion. Yeah, it's nuts, man. Okay. That was everything for Mordekaiser. We're gonna move on to the Elder Dragon now. The final big one is here. Okay. So, Elder Dragon is a 12 mana Runeterra dragon. Oh, no, dude. Okay, before I even read it, the text is literally covering its face. Is that serious? What is this? I can't even see its face. Okay, Fury. Origin, aspect of the dragon. Let's do that first. Aspect of the dragon. You may put any follower that costs 6 or more into your deck during deck building. When you play a unit with 6+ base cost, pick one of 2 dragon boons to play on it. Okay, I'm assuming these are the dragon boons. Okay. So, when you play something that costs 6 or more, you can choose one of these, right? So, heal allies at your Nexus 2. Gain +1/+1 and tough. You can pick one of 2. Oh, so it gives you 2 random options? Ah, okay. Grant +1/1 and fearsome. Grant challenger. Grant +1/+1 and impact twice. An impact twice, or +1/+1 twice as well. Okay. Grant deathless. Pick one of. So you get you get selection of 2 and you can pick one. Okay. Okay, so 6+ base cost, so it works with sigils. If you discount something, you still get the aspect of the dragon. And these are all elemental skills, so they actually, so they work with Chinchilla. Chinchilla gives them to you twice. Okay. I cost 1 less for each different dragon boon you've played this game. It's a 12 mana card, so you discount it by playing multiple 6+ cost units that have base cost 6+. Play every dragon boon on me, dude. That's so sick. Oh my god. You play this card and you just put like 6 things on the stack. You heal everything. Grant +1/+1. Fearsome challenger. And it gets. That's so cool. What is this? Okay, so it's a 10/10, and I don't know. It becomes like a 16/16, 15/15 or something. Okay, awesome. So cool. And then level 2. Are we in danger? Is that the real text? I cannot be stopped, bro. What is Runeterra cooking? What? So can't be removed, can't be stunned, can't be recalled, can't be killed. Is that it? No, okay, but that actually seems really strong. That actually seems, this is like a big cat, but you can't do anything to stop it. It seems really hard to level. You need to attack with 75+ total power. Like, Volibear doesn't level that often. This is 50% more. I'm going to assume that this basically has Mikhail's blessing on this permanently. You can't do, I think you can't even like frostbite this. Okay. I'm sorry, but does anyone play Marvel Snap? What if this is like Jeff? You know, Jeff is like, you can play this card anywhere, you can move it anywhere, What if this is the same? Like, oh, you're trying to attack with a big elusive? I can block you anyway. Right? That's so... this is the biggest Giga Chat card in all of Runeterra. You thought Overwhelm decks were Giga Chat? You thought big dudes were Giga Chat? This is Giga Chat. I cannot be stopped. There's not even even any punctuation. I wonder if this can block stuff like elusives. I wonder if it's stuff like that. It just can't be stopped. This can just do whatever it wants. Yeah, can Elder Dragon be blocked? Can you silence? I don't know. Okay, really fast. Right, okay. So excited to see y'all react to Elder Dragon 2. Send me your questions. Can they be halted, delayed, terminated, or brought to a conclusion? No. So hypothetically speaking, could I stop it? No. Does the cost reduction apply after level up? And do you get to play an additional Dragon Boon when you play it? The cost reduction does not apply after level up, but he cannot be removed from the board through normal play, so it doesn't come up very often. Does the text really have an effect, or is it just flavorful? It does have an effect. If something would stop him in any way, it doesn't. It cannot be targeted, silenced, stunned, obliterated, frostbited. No. Oh my god. Riot Dirtle, I love you. Can it be metamorphed? No. Okay, but I'm like, what? Can it block elusives? Can it be blocked? It cannot be stopped. No. All right. Oh, and now we know that. That's I love this. It's a 30-30, and there are cards to give Elder Dragon Overwhelm, but they are not in Demacia. So is this a Targon card? I don't think you play this with Aurelion Soul. Freljord has ways to give Overwhelm. Most of them are not that good. But it's like, do you even play to give this Overwhelm? Because once you get a 30-30, that can't go anywhere. Wait, so if this can't die, what happens if you Soul Cleave it? Can I kill my own unit? Can I glimpse it? What happens if I Soul Cleave this? He cannot be blocked? Is that confirmed? You cannot block it. Oh, he can't be blocked. Oh, yeah, then you don't really need to print it. You don't need to print the 30-30. That guarantees to hit. Okay. You just win. Oh my god. Thank you, Elder Dragon. Yeah, no, I mean, it makes sense, right? Because you don't really lose games if you get Elder Dragon on League Eater. This is awesome. It's really hard to level, though. Attack with 75 plus total power. What happens with Viego? That's a good question. I mean, Viego kills. Like, Viego kills a champion. Viego steals followers, kills champions. So I'm assuming nothing happens. Oh, it levels on attack. Oh. Interesting. It levels on attack, yeah. This isn't like Volibear. This isn't round end like Volibear, or round start or whatever. All right, I'm ready to move on. That's I love this card. I think I have a new favorite card. I cannot be stopped. Dude, I loved it. I'm so happy they're doing stuff like this, man. Awesome. Love it. Okay. 6 mana Dragon from Ionia. Elusive. All right, moving on. Dragon Allegiant. 2 mana Demacia. When I'm summoned, draw a dragon if you be... Oh, card draw. We have card draw in Demacia again. This is like Egghat Researcher, but better. When I'm summoned, draw a dragon if you behold a dragon. Okay, so wait, if we go back here, you can put any follower at all that costs 6+ into your deck during deck building. So this is why all the dragons were added. I actually think that Shyvana might be insane. Because Shyvana now gets to play the Fire Spitter. And Fire Spitter is really good. You can play Rekindler too, yeah. Oh man. Oh, I love this. I'm in love actually. I love this so much. It's probably pretty good too. Right? Is it? I don't know how good it is. Okay, with cards like this, it could be good. With cards like this, it kind of looks like they're giving you enough early game. But I'm assuming you play like Shyvana. You play Shyvana Elder Dragon. Maybe you don't. Maybe you play Elder Dragon Targon. But if you're not playing Shyvana, does Elder Dragon really ever level? Maybe it's Elder Dragon Failure for sigils even. Elder Dragon is Titanic. Yeah, you can play the Elder Dragon early, but it's like Elder Dragon discounts itself too. It says follower though, right? You can only put followers that cost 6+, so not spells. So you can't just play like a Vengeance. Okay, yeah, I mean, Otacon could go really fast, but I don't know, man. I'm really excited to try it out, but I don't know how to play this. I still think it's Demacia Elder Dragon, where Elder Dragon is a dragon that sometimes just like comes out way earlier, I guess. If the first Elder Dragon dies, like you're playing every Dragon boon, right? Like Elder Dragon comes down, you play all these boons. That's like 6 of them. So that also means that the next Elder Dragon you play will be 6 cheaper. Okay, anyway, this card is nuts. Because this is exactly like Dragon Guard Lieutenant, except it's card draw for Demacia. I cannot be stopped. Okay, cool. This is a very good card. When you play a fast spell, slow spell, or skill, heal your Nexus 1. So we're getting an elusive that heals, huh? I think this is pretty good, actually. Heal your Nexus. Nah. I mean, this can go really fast. This is like, this can be a lot of healing. Like, this could be a lot of healing. Yeah, this is a Jin card, right? Can you play this in Jin deck? It's really funny if you like fill the stack with Jin and this just heals you for 9. I mean, this is worse than this just having like Life Seal. Because this could just be like a big Sparklefly. Boons proc, yeah. Yeah, if you play this with Elder Dragon. Oh, okay, I see. This could be like played in a Dragon deck with Elder Dragon to get to late game. Because if you play this in an Elder Dragon deck, it heals itself for 1 as well. Every time you play a 6 cost. Okay. I kind of see it. Yeah, for like big unit decks, maybe. Interesting card. I don't think it's super good, but maybe an Elder Dragon, if there is like a version that can go slow enough, it could be good. This also needs your... So Volibear is like you've dealt 50+ damage. This is your allies have attacked with 75+ total power. That's even more difficult. Oh, Jesus. I don't, that thing is never leveling, man. Okay, so this one we saw before when we were going over Morgana. When you play a fast spell, slow spell, or skill, grant other dragon allies +1/+1. This seems pretty bad. The only thing with this is that if you're playing it with the Elder Dragon, it automatically plays a skill on play. You give your other dragon allies +1/+1, but dragon allies are often pretty expensive. In Demacia, it's like your cheap dragons are like Shyvana and Screeching Dragon. That's a 4 cost and a 5 cost. If you get to play Elder Dragon with this on the board, though, you give everything +6/+6. That is pretty big. I still think it's not good enough. I don't think I'm interested in playing a 6-mana 6/5. It's a 6-mana 7/6, basically. That's true. I don't know. I don't think it's super good. I would need to see it be played. I need to see it in-game. This just doesn't feel good. I just don't see you having a wide board of dragons. Elder's not a Shyvana deck. It is a Titanic deck. I disagree. I don't think it is. I think with Shyvana, you kind of get to like stack up your dragons really big. Shyvana grows really big, but I'm not sure. It's hard to say, man. I could see Shyvana deck and I could see Freljord. Okay. Okay, Atrani Dragon Worshipper. 4 mana from Targon, 3/3. When I'm summoned, heal your Nexus 2 and gain an extra mana gem next round. Oh, that's really good. Oh, this might actually be kind of nuts. The reason this is good is because Elder Dragon decks are going to be all about playing 6 and higher cost cards. So you play this on 4 and you skip turn 5. So you go to turn 6, you play your 6 drop. And then the turn after, you're also on 6 mana, you play another 6 drop. And then Elder Dragon gives you the boons. This is pretty good, actually. Yeah, this is pretty good. Atrani Eclipse Aesol? No, Eclipse is 7 mana, right? Yeah, Eclipse is 7 mana. Ramp skips turn 4, this will skip turn 5. Yeah, and that seems important for Elder Dragon. It's interesting. It's I think it's a good card. I think this is a good card beyond just like Elder Dragon decks, but this is the kind of card that will make Elder Dragon decks a little bit better. Do you play with Targon then? So hard to say. Targon also did get the Vel Protector, and if you're playing that with Elder Dragon, you might be doing a lot of healing. Ooh. So here's what I think right now, Chad. This is my first impression. You're playing Elder Dragon for the origin and for this play effect. You're using this play effect to just get like a really strong Elder Dragon. You play with Otrani, you play 6 costs on turn 5, 6, and 7. This becomes 9 mana. You do it again on turn 8. Get like an 8 mana Elder Dragon that will kind of take over the game. But like playing big units on curve like that is also not good. This has to be like, is this summoned? When you play a unit with 6+ base cost. So it's not even like Bodier really works with this. This is a puzzle, dude. You really need these boons to activate to make this cheap, because this is like a win con by itself. Getting all of these cards activated and putting them all on a single unit will kind of just win you the game anyway. Yeah, Age of Dragons. Is it an Age of Dragon deck? Yeah, maybe. I love the card, but it's hard to see how it would function. Okay. 6 mana dragon from Demacia. When I'm summoned, reduce the cost of all allied units in hand by 1. A 6 mana 6/6 dragon. That's pretty good, actually. You're going to be playing a lot of units, and Elder Dragon cares about base cost. So this also gets a boon. You know, yeah, this is good. This is a good card. This will this might even see play like in more decks than just this. This could see play in like the Fraley or Demacia decks. This is good. This is a good card. I like this. Yeah, this is a very Demacian card. This is kind of like, I'm playing Shyvana on 4, I'm playing Screeching Dragon on 5, I have some spell mana, and then on turn 6 I'm playing this, and if my board gets removed, it'll be a little bit easier and cheaper to rebuild that board. That's how I see it right now. That's what I think is going to happen with this card, and with this archetype in general. Whoa, 7 mana dragon from Demacia. Aladdin the Gallant. Your dragon boons target all dragon allies. And it's a 7/6. This will be an 8/6, 8/7 on play. Oh, wow. All dragon allies. So like Elder Dragon wants you to build that dragon deck. Ah. I mean, that's kind of good, because imagine hitting like this. Imagine hitting this as like a just end the game if you have a wide enough board. Or this. Give them all deathless. Oh, man, this archetype. I'm confused, dude. I think there's a lot of different angles. There's a Targon angle. There is a Demacia angle with Shyvana. There is a Freljord angle with Titanic discounts. What are you gonna play with this? It's really greedy though. Like, these are all very expensive units. And I don't know if there's enough early game right now to make that happen. 8 mana burst. This is the champion spell. Elder Dragon's Primordial Roar. Refill your mana to full. Draw all 6+ cost faller from the top 6 cards of your deck. I don't think you're ever playing this. Like, this is really funny. It's cool, but you're never playing this. You're keeping this until your Elder Dragon dies, because your opponent needs to kill it. And then when that Elder Dragon dies, the next one is discounted by 6. And you just play the new one, win again. Are you crazy? I really don't think you played it. Like, I mean, it's like specific. It depends on the game state. But if you think your Elder Dragon is gonna die, I don't think you play this. I don't see it. Like, don't get me wrong. It could be good if you don't think your Elder Dragon is dying. Like, you have to realize that the only way this is playable is if you have one Elder Dragon on the board, and then you have 8 mana to play this next turn, probably. And that's the only way to get this. It's a champion spell for a Runeterra champion. I think this is too risky. I think you're much happier playing a second Elder Dragon to win the game and do all of this stuff. But man, I don't know. It depends on the game state, right? Varies per game. It's a very fitting champion spell, though. I'll say that much. Okay, Elder Dragon. I think there is potential, but I have big question mark about how that will play. So far, just looking at the 3 champions, I think Morgana and Mordekaiser are very good. Mordekaiser seems a little bit stronger because Mordekaiser has like a real game plan with the units and then wins the game himself if he gets to attack. Also, it'll probably be really easy to bring Mordekaiser back. Morgana, though, Man, I think Morgana looks more consistent even. Morgana has like a really clear set of cards that she wants to play. Okay, I'm gonna open all the cards that I might have missed. Here we go. Variety cards and maybe anything that I missed. Okay. 4 mana from Piltover, 4/4, Charlatan, Fishmonger. Round start, all players draw 1, then grant your opponent's card fleeting. This guy looks like a jerk, dude. This guy looks like a real jerk. That's pretty funny. I really like this. This looks like a really, really annoying card to play against. And the fact it's a 4 mana 4/4, what the hell? And then gives your opponent's card fleeting, and you get to keep your card. This fish is dead. This is the card you're giving to your opponent. This is your card. I think this is good. Like with Foundry being rotated, these are the kind of cards that Teemo might need. It's like the Teemo Caitlyn deck with Freljord, where you're playing stuff like Sky Splitter, you're playing like Elixir of Iron to protect your cards. This is kind of like an engine that you want to keep around, and then your opponent's forced to play the fleeting. Yeah, no, this seems really good. The card your opponent draws, I'm assuming, is the only one that gets fleeting, not all of them. Only the one that it draws from this. This will find a home somewhere, I'm pretty sure. As a 4 mana 4/4, with a card that will almost always be an upside, this just seems really good. Okay. 9 mana 9/9 from Ionia. Heisho, Shell of the World, Spell Shield. Each round, the first card you play costs 9 less. Each round, the first card you play costs 9 less. It's not a dragon, though. If this was a dragon. So you play this, and then you instantly... Do you get the discount? Isn't this like technically the first card you play in a round, so this doesn't count? It's a turtle. Yeah. Oh, but you can play it in the deck, yeah, because it's in the Elder Dragon Origin. Ah, yeah, you're right. Oh, this is really interesting, actually. Yeah, this might be good. Yeah, you can still put this in the deck. Okay, so this card makes me think you are playing Elder Dragon with Freljord, actually. I think you might be playing it with Freljord after all, because if you cheat out this card with sigils, you basically have 9 sigils every turn. Ah. Okay. Seems good. It seems like a very playable card, actually. You can make Watcher 8 mana. Sick, dude. I mean, it's 9 mana. It does have Spell Shield. I don't know. If this is your top end, it gets removed instantly. But if you're cheating it out somehow, yeah, that's really good. And if you're giving it like tough with the Elder Dragon, yeah, no, I see it. Yeah, it's any card, so it's spells too. All right, good card, good card. This is the kind of card from Ionia that I don't really like. It's meta cheating, but it's like very telegraphed. You know exactly what's gonna happen. I don't mind this. If this is what Ionia does, let them, you know? It's not elusive, so. Okay. 4 mana reptile from Noxus. Red Barbed Razor Mace. What a name. Overall, Nexus Strike, curse your opponent with Ichor. And Ichor is... While I'm in hand, round start, deal 1 to your Nexus. So you're giving your opponent a 3 mana focus speed spell that round start deals 1 to their Nexus. Yeah, to their Nexus. Is this Barbara? Red Barbara? It needs to Nexus Strike though, but it is a 4 mana 4/4 Overwhelmer. I think just because this is a Renekton, dude. This is a Renekton with a Nexus Strike. I think that's pretty good. This seems like a really good card. The more I look at this, the better it gets. The fact it's a 4 mana 4/4 with Overwhelm, that's good enough, dude. This is a good card. Yeah, this will see a lot of play. This will definitely see play in Overwhelm decks. Like the fact that you give this to your opponent, they need to play your Overwhelm aggressive deck that just wants to slam face requires you to now play a 3 mana card to not take 1 damage at every round start. That is good. No, that is just good. Because you need to stop their onslaught and you're forcing your opponent to play a 3 mana card or they take more damage. It's good. This is a good card. 2 mana Dog from Freljord. Yadulski Snow Dog. Attack, grant the top 2 allies of your deck +1/+1. 2/3. This is an insane card. This is so strong. We saw this card in French, and I still think it's very strong. This is an Open Hawk with a subtype as well. It's an Omen Dog. It's Omen Dog. That will be its name from now on. We have 2 mana Omen Dog. 8 attacks, it grants the top 2 allies in your deck +1/+1. It's a Freljord card, you can protect it, you can do this multiple times. If you play Omenok on 1, and it lands on the Yadulski Omen Dog on turn 2, you have a 3/4 that's attacking, it will probably attack twice, your opponent needs to play a lot of cards to get rid of this, and if they don't, you snowball your entire deck out of control. I will play Omen Hawk, I will play Omen Dog, I will play Lorekeeper Dog, I will play, I don't know, just a ton of Nexus healing, deck buffs. It's like the Targon Freljord deck with Yuumi, with Kill. It's gonna be sick. This is a really good card. This actually enables a lot of archetype, and the fact that Freljord gets a 2 mana 2/3 with a upside that you can have multiple times is insane. You do not play the 2 mana 2/3 dog anymore that can transform into a 7/5 Overwhelmer or something. You're just playing the Snow Omen Dog. Easy. Yeah, no, this card is nuts. This card is so good for Freljord, man. Freljord's been pretty weak, right? Freljord's been pretty weak. Let's give him another insane 2-drop. Reptile. Oh, damn, this guy looks happy, dude. This guy looks like me when I top deck Revna after buffing it 5 times with the Omen Dog. 3 mana, Shurima. It's Barbara. Tomb Raider Barbara. Each round, the first time another ally dies or last breath, create a lucky find in hand. Okay, I don't know, man. It's the face. There's something about this face. Okay, no, I kind of love Barbara. I actually kind of love a Tomb Raider Barbara. Okay, so I haven't done this yet, but I can't resist yet. Hold on. We need to do this. Running. Okay, here we go, chat. No, I know what's happening. I need Nick. I need Fanboy Enjoyer to turn this into a new Fiddlesticks wallpaper. Remove Barbara with a Fiddlesticks that looks like this, please. Please, remove, or Fiddlesticks in it. Actually, that might be even better. Instead of this bald dude, make this Fiddlesticks right here. All right, we found it. We found the new Fiddlesticks wallpaper. I loved it. Dude, the way she looks is so freaking funny. Sunny face on Baba, my face on the bar. Yeah, that works too. I love this card. I can see why they're excited about this. I don't even know if it's good. I don't care. I'm playing this card. What a banger expansion so far, man. Okay, 3 mana build spotter, Honest Croupier. Am I saying that right? Croupier? Brash. When you play a card with cost equal to my power, grant me +1/+1. So you want to play 1-drop, then a 2-drop, then a 3-drop, and you give it +1/+1 every time? It's a really funny card. But it's really bad. I don't see this card being very good. I mean, it's a card. It's not like you have to summon a unit. You need to play a 1-cost card, and a 2-cost card, and a 3-cost card. It grows out of control, but you're playing... It has Brash. Okay, you're paying 3 mana for a 1/3. It gets removed super easily, but... The most interesting thing about this is that you can play this on 3, and then you can keep spell mana for a 1 mana card to instantly give it +1/+1. No, I kind of like it. I kind of like it because of the mind games you could do with it. You can play spells from hand to buff this up mid combat. How far are we in, chat? Hey, Matt. I lost my mind over the Elder Dragon. I cannot believe you guys did this. I cannot be stopped. It's a banger expansion. It's insane. I'm having so much fun going through these cards. It's really unfair because usually the final chapter reveal is on Tuesday, and then we get I get early access, like Condegrader get early access, and then we get to play with the cards on Wednesday. I have to wait a week before I cannot be stopped. Life's unfair, man. What am I gonna do this entire week? I've never wanted anything so much. I cannot be stopped. Oh, man. I love it. I love it. Okay. 2 mana build sweater. Marai Reef Spire. Landmark. When you spend mana to play a unit, refill 1 spell mana. Oh. Wait. This is a Jack card. This is, this actually seems pretty good, doesn't it? When you spend mana to play a unit, refill 1 spell mana. So, in a way, every unit is 1 mana cheaper. I mean, not really. You don't get to cheat them out, right? Okay, so if I'm playing a Jack deck, every time I play units, Jack heals for 1 as well. Yeah, every unit has a tune, basically. Yeah. You basically give everything a tune. I think this is pretty good, actually. It's a Ballcox card? Wait, it actually is. It's Ballcox. This card will find a way to be broken. Yeah, it's when you spend mana, so this doesn't work with something like Saphirsa, because Saphirsa gives you 0 mana cards. This card will find a way to be broken. I think this is very playable. I wonder if this is like a Nami card, too. Like, does this make a Nami Jack deck suddenly really good? Promoter? Oh, Promoter. Wait, does Promoter give you a card instantly because this exists? Wait, that should work that way, right? So I have the Reef on board. Hold on. I have Reef on board, and then I play Perfidious Promoter. When you refill mana, create a fleeting random follower in your hand you can exactly afford. Yeah, no, that will work. That actually seems like it's the angle for this. Very interesting. All game long, everything has a tune. You get to play all your synergies where you refill spell mana because of this card. This is good. The one thing about this card is that it basically is a buff or an enabler for decks that have historically been bad. Except Nami, in a way. I think Nami has been bad for a very long time. But this does seem like it will make those decks actually be able to get to their dream much more often. Yeah, there are no 0 cost cards in Standard. There aren't. And you need to spend mana to play a unit. So 0 mana cards wouldn't even work. Interesting. I think this is very good. However, I don't know if it's enough to make those decks that have been bad actually playable. The card itself seems very good. It was the same, right? Okay, so last year, I don't know if it was exactly 1 year ago in the World Ender expansion. I think it might have been one before. We got the dog. We got the elite dog. It was the 1 mana 1/1 from Demacia that said, if you play an elite, give me +2/+2. And when that card was released, it was really bad because there wasn't a good elite deck. And then we got like some buffs to elites. We got a couple of extra cards, and then suddenly it was like the best 1-drop in the game. So this might be bad right now, but if those decks end up being good, or if we get another couple of cards to make this work, suddenly it's like insane. Yeah, I don't remember when exactly the dog was released. It was exact, like that was the exact scenario for it too. It's like, this is bad right now, but this will be very good in the future. And that's exactly what happened. It had to be nerfed eventually, but it was bad when it came out because there was no playable deck for it. This is going to be a similar situation. Good card though. 2 mana burst speed, Ancient Malediction, curse an enemy with terror. And terror is -3/-0? Yeah. Oh, wow. Wait, this is burst speed. So at burst speed, you're giving something -3. Is this? I think this is good. Because your opponent also has to play 2 mana to get rid of it. Okay. The thing about cards like this is, what's like the cost of putting something like this in your deck? Because you draw this, and then you have to find a moment to use it. And if you're not playing like an auction deck or something mid-rangey, you're not really going to care about the fact that this is burst speed and you're going to be able to block something. I think this is good, but there's no like synergy with anything you're doing in Shurima. Maybe this is good if you're playing like Morgana with this or something. Maybe okay. Here's the thing though. Morgana levels after you've targeted 8 things. Doesn't matter if they're enemies or allies. There could be a Morgana Akshan deck somewhere. I could see a Morgana Demacia Akshan deck where this card might actually be very good. I don't think this card is good unless you're very specifically doing something with it. I think this is T's and Curses in Shurima with Amumu. Yeah, we've also seen him in his eye though. But yeah, I could see Amumu. Like maybe next expansion we're getting like Amumu in Bandle City and Shurima dual region. I could see that. Yeah. I think this is an okay card, but there would need to be an actual deck that can make good use of this. And I think that is an Akshan deck. And then maybe like Akshan Morgana is a thing you're doing. That could be a deck this is for. I don't see it being good anywhere else. 2 mana, slow, Bandle City, early bird. Your opponent discards their highest cost. Aloof is back? Why are we printing Aloof on a spell? But Elder Dragon is gone! My Elder Dragon! Why is he looking at me like that? Why is Alcat giving me this look? Oh, my Elder Dragon. Yeah, so here's what we're gonna do, chat. We're gonna play Elder Dragon Bandle City, day 1, We're gonna get to play the Elder Dragon, but our opponent isn't. Only us. We get to play Elder Dragon. We're gonna get rid of the Elder Dragon for the opponent. Screw them. I get to have fun. You do not get to have fun. Early bird printer. Okay, so here's something interesting. Worm is Elder Dragon when in hand. Yeah, when Elder Dragon is in hand, it's literally Worm. Here's what we're doing. There is a very interesting card for this, actually. And it's called Chemtech Dragon. We can use Evil Imperfectionist on this card. We can use Evil Imperfectionist on the early bird. And then we can play the Chemtech Dragon to draw 1,000,000 of them. When you play a spell, draw 1. And you are actually just getting rid of your entire opponent's hand. Is that too evil? I think this is I don't think this is good if you're main decking it, unless you're doing something stupid like what I just said. But that's a deck. That's a deck right there. Print this with Evil Imperfectionist, play Chemtech Drake, get rid of all your opponent's highest cost cards. They're not units, they're cards. It's any card. You can actually just empty their hand. No, I think it's pretty bad, but it's a fun meme. I will be playing with this card. 8 mana slow spell from Battle City, Sugary Snare. Place an ally on the bottom of your deck to summon the top ally of your deck. Huh? Huh? I love this art. Wait. I love the flavor, by the way. It's like you're trapping something here, and then the big dude comes to get it. Reverse sunk cost. So you're placing like your Otterpuss or your Conjure or something on the bottom of your deck, and then you're predicting for something to be on top. The top ally. Huh. It's 8 mana though, man. It's also, it can be interrupted. Like if your opponent kills your 1/1, you can't do anything. I think it is too much. I think it is too expensive. I think for 8 mana, you'd rather just play like an 8 mana unit. Play this with Aesol and Otterpuss is the only unit in it. Oh, wait, what you can do? You can actually play nothing but 3 Aurelion Souls. And then you play the cards that generate units. Like you play like the Trinket trait to get your Otterpuss. And then this will always give you Aesol. There is a way to cheat out stuff with this, yeah. If you're playing a deck that only generates units, that's interesting. I still don't think it's very good though. I still think that's pretty bad because it's so susceptible to interaction. I don't think it's good, but it is content, yeah. It's free Aesol. Okay. Empyrean Dance. 9 mana fast speed from Ionia. Stop an enemy fast spell, slow spell, or skill. Recall an enemy and summon the Dude. We were doing so well. Okay, this is the most Ionia spell I've... They literally... Okay, here's what Riot did, right? Riot took their notepad. Riot went like this. Then they went to my channel and they literally wrote down, what does Sunny really dislike? Deny? Check. Recall? Check. Elusives? Check. It does all 3 in one card. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. We were doing so well. All right, 2 mana, 0/0 equipment from Freljord. Handy Harness. I have +1/+0 for each different subtype you've summoned this game. Forever? Wait, I'm sorry. This game? Isn't this turbo broken? Bro, this is +4 or +6 or +7 on Elusive Nico on the cat with Overwhelm? Isn't this just like completely insane for those decks? This is like a +5 most of the time. Yeah, you play this, like this is a +3/+0 in like Ornn decks as well. Easily. If you equip it, they know it's Nico and kill it. Then put it on like your 4 mana Overwhelm or your 5 mana Overwhelm. Like Nico levels at 6. So you're probably gonna have like, at one point in the game, this is gonna be +6/+0. And then you put it on the Saurian, on the cat, on Nico, and it's really good. I think this is a very good card. Yeah, this is a good card. This is really specific. Like, this is only playable with like Nico, but it sounds like it's just very good in that deck. Yeah. Like, you get the weapon back too, right? There is a lot of good weapon removal right now though with the explorers. There is a lot of removal. So it might not be consistent, but this is kind of something you have to deal with. No, HP is really bad. No, it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter because this is +6 on a 2-mana weapon in Nico decks. This is actually just good. For like, Nico decks go so wide, they don't care. Like, eventually they're gonna have an elusive or an overwhelm, and then you put this on it and you win the game. No, this is a really good card. I think this actually makes Nico very good. I think, low-key, Nico right now will actually be like a tier 2 or tier 1 deck. So far, the best new deck that I've seen, because I don't really know how to build Mordekaiser or Morgana yet, is Nico, with the new dog and this. These are insane cards for Nico. Nico will now just go Omen Hawk on 1, turn 2 dog, and then at some point you equip the handy harness, and you have like a huge overarmor. This is very good. Very good card. Shady Spectacles. 3 mana from Piltover. Pick an allied follower, transform my bearer into an exact copy of it while I'm equipped. Wait. Pick an allied follower. Transform my bear into an exact copy of it while I'm equipped. Do we finally have the Star Dogs back? The Starhound pack. Wait. So when you play this, you first pick a follower, and then you pick another follower to equip this onto. Huh. It's a follower though. It's not a champion. This is good. 3 mana. I think it's there's got to be some insane use for this. Yeah, it's a burst transform in a way. Sharesies? How does Sharesies work with this? If you Sharesies this, do you like transfer it to another unit and that unit also transforms into it? I actually think this is pretty good. Isn't it? It's like, you can burst transform a 1/1. It's kind of awkward that it's PNZ, yeah, but for 3 mana, just like turning something into another follower instantly, that seems good. If you're using this with the Big Game Tycoon too, it instantly like gets doubled. It's Shady Character, but worse? How is it worse? This is 3 mana. It can be played for spell mana. I mean, I guess you need 2 units on the board instead of just playing one, but this is so different from Shady Character, you really can't compare it to. Comparing this to Shady Character is like saying Lucian is actually just a better Aurelion Soul. I don't know, man. Like, or Lucian is a better Galio because Lucian is a 1-mana rally and Galio is a 7-mana rally. They're like, you can't compare those two. You can't. It's true though. I don't see how it's worse. Like, Shadow Character is unplayable. This makes me want to actually build a deck that can abuse this more than just playing a Shady Character. Shady Character is interruptible. This isn't really like interactable because it's burst. Yeah, with Chief Knock-Attack, like you could get 2 Chief Knock-Attacks for that. I would play this card just because I can go like 1-drop, 2-drop, Chief Knock-Attack, and then on turn 4, I transform my 1-drop into another Chief Knock-Attack. This card will probably find a use somewhere. I don't know where, but it will. Yeah, it is a good card, I think. I don't think it's insane, don't get me wrong, but it is very playable. And that was everything, I believe, unless I missed something. Did we miss any cards? I don't think we did. Okay, so let's see LOR report. Maybe they have like a little easier time looking at everything. Let's see. Oh, this is, yeah, this is a little bit easier. Kind of like archetype by archetype. Okay. Just gonna go ahead and say right now, this seems like a banger expansion, man. All 3 champions seem like so much fun to play. I don't really know how good or how bad, I guess, the Elder Dragon is going to be, but the Origin seems strong. Like, the fact you get this effect on top of the Origin feels good enough. Mordekaiser seems like a very good archetype because we've already seen like some Undying stuff that is pretty good. Now you have like a real way to end games. And Morgana, I think, is going to be the most competitive. That's my first guess. Morgana seems like a very competitive card. The package that you get with Morgana is like, every card just seems like it would function so well by itself. Seems really good. You can buff Elder, so you can sometimes do a thing to Elder, but you can't stop Elder. So you can't block the Elder Dragon, right? I cannot be stopped. I cannot be blocked. But Does that mean that Elder Dragon can block other units? Can Elder Dragon block elusives, for example? I don't think you can, right? I mean, does it matter? Because on one hand, Elder Dragon levels on attack. So I'm gonna assume that most of the time, you will just be like attacking with Elder Dragon. No, I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, you're never gonna run into a scenario where you need to block an elusive with Elder Dragon. It's not possible. It shouldn't even matter. Oh, I guess you could play Elder Dragon and he's leveled on defense. That's the only time it would matter. Because it goes like, he levels in deck, or they level in deck. And then on defense, you play the Elder Dragon for the first time, it levels, and then you need a blocker for elusives, then it would matter. But I think most of the time, you're just going to be attacking with your board, Elder Dragon levels, and opponent can't block, and you always deal 30. Okay. No, it shouldn't really matter. I don't think you're, like, maybe in like 1 out of 200 games, you're going to run into a scenario where that matters. But I don't think so. Okay, this seems really good. Seems really good. If you can get to level 2, which is hard. It's confirmed that you can block it, yeah. Okay, so first impression. Mordekaiser package seems incredibly strong to me. Play, kill up to 2 allies. When you slay another ally, revive it. So that is an aura. That is all game long. Whenever you slay something, it revives. An ally. When you slay an ally, it revives. So you play Mordekaiser, you have like 2 spell mana. Not only do you get to kill up to 2 allies, so they come back. You know, this says kill up to 2 allies, so you don't have to. You can also just play Mordekaiser as is, but I don't see why you wouldn't. Like, why wouldn't you slay something? Because this is also like healing, right? Kill up to 2 allies, you heal them. They come back. You have like 2 mana for Hate Spike. Also comes back. 15 plus allies have died. Allies with 5 plus power count twice. So you don't need to slay those allies. They just need to die. Like, doesn't matter how they die. They just need to die. Seems hard to level up, but if Mordekaiser does level, you get like the free game win. If you can print Mordekaiser through revive shenanigans, and Mordekaiser attacks like twice, or you attack with 2 Mordekaisers, you always drain 2 from the enemy nexus every time you slay something. It's a game ender. Like you're getting rewarded. You get like value for already killing your own stuff and leveling Mordekaiser. And then his level 2 is also like, you need to stop this or I lose the game. Like, no matter what. There is literally no stopping this. This is a game ender. 100%. If you soul cleave Mordekaiser, yeah. You soul cleave Mordekaiser. Does he bring himself back? If you soul cleave Mordekaiser, do you get 3 Mordekaisers instead of 2? I think so. You don't get another? You get another. So you get 3 Mordekaisers for a soul cleave. Yeah, soul cleave seems good with Mordekaiser. Oh, it says another ally. Yeah, but then again, like, you get 2 Mordekaisers. It says another, but technically, if you have 1 Mordekaiser and the second Mordekaiser gets killed, then you get it back. I guess it depends on the sequencing. Yeah, you need to see it die. Okay, that makes sense. But if you do have 2 Mordekaiser and 1 dies, then it should see it, because that is another ally. That's not itself. So one of them sees it. Okay, so just soul cleave a Mordekaiser wouldn't work. You just get 2. But then if you, like, miscall... No, wait. It would work if you have 2 soul cleaves. That's when it would work. Okay, anyway, I think that's like a dream. I don't think you have to do that, because if Mordekaiser attacks once, you're basically already winning. So yeah, you know, whatever. This card also seems really good. Oh, this is his champion spell. Yeah, this makes sense. This is kind of like unplayable until much later in the game. You're not really going to find a use for this, because if you have a 7-mana Mordekaiser, I don't think you're really playing this unless you're already winning the game. It's fine, but as a champion spell, it's probably not great. You'd rather have like a cheap thing that slays. But either way, this is fine. It's like, if I have Mordekaiser, I could potentially win the game off of it. Use Banquet Hall plus a Nightfall 2-2 to soft lock and insta level him? Oh. Yeah, you can actually turbo level Mordekaiser with the Banquet Hall, yeah. It's really specific, though. I don't think you want to do that. Okay. So this card suddenly seems a lot better, because Mordekaiser level 2 is like an insta-win, and this turbo levels Mordekaiser. I don't think this card is like great as a 1-mana 1-1, but it is Slave Fodder, and it can block. So I think you want to play this card. I think you do. This is a much better minion. This is not comparable to minion, because minion, if you play minion as Slave Fodder, you get it back at round start, and it's a 2-mana card. This seems good. Okay. This card also seems insanely good to me. Grant Deathless to an ally in hand. Yeah. Helps Mordekaiser level. You get to choose what gets Deathless. Yeah, it's really good. Really, really good. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Nice. Barbara, what are you doing? Barbara, don't steal from Fiddlesticks, you'll die. Okay, yeah, standout cards. Let's do that. This is a standout card to me. Giving Deathless to an ally in hand. This seems like it's playable beyond just like Mordekaiser decks. This one, like Hate Spike, insanely good. You don't get the Husk, but I don't think that even matters. This card seems really good. I think Mordekaiser is going to be tier 1. Yeah. Mordekaiser just seems like tier 1 material to me. This is also really good. Grant an ally Deathless. It's like Spell Shield, but different. Like Spell Shield with synergy for SI. Like, giving this to something like Rekindler is just crazy, man. Deathless on Adakon. Adakon is a play effect, though. It's not. Oh, yeah, it is Noxus. All right. It is Noxus. That's true. Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming you're playing Mordekaiser as like a Noxus SI deck, but yeah. Okay. Elder Dragon is insanely fun. I don't know how good Elder Dragon is going to be, but getting an Origin that says you can play anything that costs 6 or more, or any follower that costs 6 or more, has to be like, there has to be something there. You can do some shenanigans with that, man. You can do some insane stuff with that. Very exciting. I want to deck build with this really badly. Mirai Respire also seems like a very good card, but I need to play with this because this is a card that makes bad decks better, and that's never really been like worthwhile. This card seems tier 1. This card seems insane. Super, super good. 5-star card. And then we have Morgana. I think Morgana is probably going to be the most competitive right now because a 5-mana 3/4 that stops something from attacking. Your opponent needs to play 4 mana to do something with it. Plus the fact that it's in Targon and Demacia, the regions that are really, really good at buffing their own units and keeping them alive. I think Morgana is going to be just fine. I don't think Morgana's dying anytime soon at all. She's pure anti. I would say pure anti-overwhelm even. And then her level 2 heals you for 1,000,000. Has Nexus Burn too, so you're just playing a control deck. 3-mana stun with an upside. Yeah, this card is insane. It's her champion spell too. I love that 6-mana card. This one. Curse an enemy with shackles. Increase the cost of enemy curses everywhere by 1. This is really slow. Like, you have to see this in a way that you're paying 6 mana to make something immobile, and then your opponent pays 3 mana to like make them be able to attack. And okay, so you have to curse something twice for this to be worthwhile, right? Because you're paying 6 mana, so to like go even, you need to play 2 curses to make your opponent also pay 6 mana to get their units back. And then anything like beyond that is just like you're good. You're making your opponent pay more than you paid. Yeah, this seems really good. This card also is going to be played in a lot of decks because it's not a EULA. You don't need to first play the unit that you want to give Spell Shoot or Overwhelm. You can just give it to something in your hand. I'm just going to play this to give my Morgana like Spell Shoot or something, or give my kill Overwhelm early. Yeah, no, this card is insane, man. Targon needs cards like this. I love this. Super good. I don't know if you play this as a 3-of necessarily, right? I think this is like a 2-of or something. But when it hits the right target, it's game winning. This is so annoying to deal with. And the fact that it's also a unit on board helps so much. Yeah, those are the standouts, really. I love Barbara too. The first time another ally dies or last breath, create a lucky find. So this is a way to actually get lucky finds consistently. It's another swinging glaive, but much cooler. Much, much cooler. Good for you, Barbara. So there are only a couple of ways to give Ichor. Is this the only way to give Ichor? Curse your opponent with Ichor. I think this is the only way to give them the 3-mana spell. This card does seem very, very good to me. But I don't really know where. Like in Overwhelm decks, obviously, but like, is this just like a Nardarius card? It's also in Nico region, yeah. This could be good in Nico, for sure. Yeah. Man, I love this set. I cannot wait to play with all of these cards. It's going to be releasing December 6th. So I'm going to be here when the expansion goes live. I do not think we get early access. So I'm going to go live with everyone else at the same time. We're going to go nuts with these cards. I'm really sad we have to wait a week because this is an insane set, man. Everything is so new and cool. I cannot wait to play with this. Oh my god. All right, this should be everything. What I'm going to do is probably a couple of days before the expansion releases, I'm going to release a video to give every card a star rating. Let me know how you guys feel about that in chat, on YouTube too. I did that last year, and it was really fun to do. And I'll do something similar this time. Just like, guess how good every card is going to be. From 1 to 5 stars. Hyped. One more week, and we're ready.